Hello there and good evening. You are watching the Car Diary with the conversation professor, the automobile mogul himself, Alfonse Albakwekwe, right here on Younib TV, the best youth television network in East and Central Africa. Now, today's episode is sponsored by Stancam Motors, where quality meets affordability. At Stancam Motors, you come walking and you leave driving. You can find them at the junction of Mama Lucy Kibaki Hospital along Kangudo Road, opposite the steel structure plant. With that said, in today's episode, we are going to do a review of the 2010 BMW 320i versus the 2011 Toyota Mark-X 250G. Twende kazi. The Toyota Mark-X is the hallmark of Japanese car luxury and elegance. It is an ultra-luxurious four-door saloon manufactured and sold in Japan since 2004. Actually, the Toyota Mark-X is believed to be the successor of the Mark II. So in the Kenyan market, it is a worthy competitor to German luxury brands such as the Mercedes-Benz and the BMW. Of course, we can't forget to mention the premium grade Toyota Lexus GS, which is in a class of its own. However, most of the Mark-X body styling, chassis and interior is borrowed from the Lexus GS. In the Toyota classification tree, the Mark-X is graded above the Toyota Camry and slightly below the Toyota Crown. Also, there is a station wagon by the name Toyota Mark-X Zio, which is not related to the Mark-X and should not be confused as such. So the first generation of the Mark-X, known as the X120, was in production from 2004 to 2009. The second generation, known as the X130, has been in production from 2009 to present. So the 2010 Mark-X Mark X comes equipped with two engine options, the 2.5 liter 4GR V6 engine and the 3.5 liter 2GR V6 engine, all mated to a 6-speed automatic gearbox.
So I want us to look at the interior profile of this car and see what it has to offer. It really is an amazing car. So we start with this particular point. We have the speedometer here and the RPM, which looks pretty nice. I love the color grading and the color scheme that comes with this particular part. So we have here you are being shown that this one is times 1000 revolutions per minute. I believe you're in a position to see that. And then this one is the speedometer, which shows you are cruising at how many kilometers per hour. On this other end, we have the fuel gauge, which shows you how your fuel is. So you can check your fuel level from this side. In this particular vehicle, I can see we are approaching empty, but we shall refuel when we go for the test drive, so you can as well see that. The steering is very simple. We have the Toyota logo here as usual. In any car, they always have to put the logo of their brand on the steering. Then we have the SRS airbag for the driver protection. We have these buttons over here. So this is the volume button for the radio. When you want to enhance the volume, you will use this one. To reduce, you use this one. The modes you can choose from here as well, and you will see it on your infotainment system. So when you press here, I believe you are seeing those changes, and this one are the navigators, so you can navigate. I believe you are seeing that. Very nice. Yes, so apart from this, when we come now to the infotainment system, again it's very nice, simplified interface. You have access to all the controls of this car in this screen, which is pretty nice. So when you look at this one, we have the aux input mode right here. We have you can change it to FM mode. It's a touch screen, so you can do that. You can choose to play from a CD or the DVD. Yeah, and that's a pretty nice feature for your infotainment needs. So as you can see here, you can choose the disc like that. And then when we leave the infotainment kidogo, we come to the climate control, and hapa we have these knobs that I will explain. We have the AC, which is the air conditioner. Then we have this button, which shows somebody leaning towards the back and the arrow pointing towards the face and down towards the leg. So when you press this one, that basically means that the air circulation will be complete for somebody who is traveling in this car. Atakuwa anapata full air circulation from the face all the way to the legs as you cruise. You can also engage the auto temperature mode, yenye itakuwa inaenda na temperature. When it senses cold outside, it enhances the room temperature for this car as you cruise. We also have these two buttons, and this sign indicates the front mirror defrost, like on this one. So this car, it is basically meant for the countries that have snows most of the times. So you can defrost the front mirror in case clarity is not visible as you drive. And then this one is for defrosting the rear mirror. I'll show you why I'm telling you this car is meant for the countries that comes with sana snow. Also right here we have this knob with an arrow pointing towards the back of the car. So this just means recirculation of air. So the air inside is circulating uniformly. So last thing about the dashboard, we have this color scheme that is very nice. We have look at that, the storage compartments. Ukifinya hiyo, it opens up, and then we have the gear shifter. It is an automatic, as we had said. So we have the parking, reverse, neutral, and drive. You can also drive it in manual mode. The plus is for adding, the minus is for removing. The last thing that I want to tell you about this car is the modes that it comes with. So you can drive it in eco mode,
which means a lot of saving fuel. You can drive it in sports mode, and you can as well drive it in snow mode. And that is the reason I was telling you this car is designed for the countries that sana zinakuwaga na snow. So when there is snow, you engage the snow mode, it focuses on the grip pale kwa snow, so that the car haiwezi kwama and haiwezi slide. Yeah, so let us I also forget to tell you something about the legroom and space. It's pretty sufficient. You can retract the seats to wherever the angle you want. So for example, tunaweza ileta mbele na tupeleke nyuma. Yeah, so there's that button right here. I want you to watch that. Yes, so it's retracting towards the back, and you can as well bring it to the front, so you have sufficient legroom for the driver and the co-driver. Tuingie hapo nyuma tuone legroom ya nyuma inakaaje, and then we see what next. You are watching the Car Diary still with the automobile mogul himself. Tuende hapo nyuma tuone. Yeah. So hapa nyuma pia you have sufficient legroom. I believe you can see that this car is very comfortable for traveling over long distances, as you can see. So I would recommend this car. It's a nice car. Yeah. So another thing about it can accommodate a larger family. So it's a best family car. Yeah, it's a best salon car for the family. Yeah, so I want us now to go for the test drive and see the practicality, the handling and the stability of this car. Twende kazi. Now let us look at the BMW 320i. So this one was the entry level model in the 2009 3 Series range, but that's not to suggest it was lacking in comparison to its more expensive siblings. Like all BMWs, the 320i is built around the driving experience, and it boasts responsive handling and a sensible cockpit layout to make the driver's task a breeze. The 320i was available in sedan and wagon versions, the sedan offering superior security, the wagon greater flexibility. Their compact dimensions made them easy to drive and park, but that's not to suggest they were lacking in cabin comfort. So with that said, I want us to look at the anterior profile of this 320i and see. So the first thing you are going to notice on the anterior profile of this car is the two openings that we have right here, and we also have one slightly below the number plate. So these ones are the ones that enhances the air cooling system in the carburetor as you drive. Also, we have the BMW logo right here, which is an outstanding feature. So when you see this car, you will actually know that it is a BMW. And when you also look at the bonnet, we have the lines right here, which are streamlined and designed in a very good condition. I can give a thumbs up for the craftsmanship in this car. And then we have the headlights, which are by Xenon, and they are pretty good. They are giving this car the ambience it deserves. Also, we have the fog lights, which you can use when you're driving and it is misty or in the night, so they'll help you illuminate where you want to go. And the good thing about these fog lights, when you indicate towards the right, it is the right fog light that turns on to illuminate for you where you are going, you know. And when you go towards the left also, the right one turns off and the left one turns on automatically to illuminate the side you are going. Now let us look at the interior profile of the 2010 BMW 320i and see what it has to offer. So on the steering wheel we have the BMW logo, a German machine, a very outstanding feature right here. Then we have the control buttons, the volume button for reducing, adding volume. This one is for receiving calls because it comes with a Bluetooth, so you can pair your phone. And also we have the airbag, which is a good feature for protection for the driver. Yeah. Also, when you look at the controls right here, we have the speedometer and we have the RPM, which shows you you are cruising at how many revolutions per minute. So it's times 1000. So if it shows 1, that means you are going at 1000 revolutions per minute. That aside, let us now come to the infotainment system. So the infotainment system for this car is hidden right here, the screen where you see the controls from. I want you to see that. Look at that. When you turn it on, it shows you BMW. I believe you're in a position to see that. Yeah, and that is the volume button. Yeah, so that is the interface where you see all the controls that you do in this car. Also, we have the hazard button right here. What else do we have? The climate control here. I think I have explained these signs in the previous episode, so I believe by now you understand them pretty good. So the interface of this car is as simple as you can see it. Also, another thing that I like about the dashboard is the sophisticated color schemes that comes with this BMW. Look at this silver line over here, synchronized with the black color with a leather finishing. which gives it a sleek look. So this is a pretty good ride, you know. Also, we look at the storage compartments. I believe we have enough storage space right here. We have this one, we have one next to where I'm seated. Press that and you open, so you can put your stuff right here. We also have other storage compartments at the doors, and yeah, then we have this control right here. Basically, you will control nearly every feature in this car from here. I want you to look at this from the infotainment screen. When I scroll using this button, are you seeing that? Very nice, very, very nice. So you are going to control from here. So we have the radio mode right here. You can play your CD. You can tap this and it will show you the map, as you can see right there on the screen. Yeah, and we have the menu, which will display what you want. So you can navigate if you want navigation, you want radio, you want to play CD, or vehicle information. Mali utaona the oil system, oil imefika wapi, and many other stuffs. Yeah, so the control of this car is from this knob. Very nice. Yeah, so legroom and space now. I think it has sufficient legroom, comfortable for the driver and the co-driver. We shall jump backwards and see what it has for the passengers wenye wanakaa huko nyuma. Also, another thing, the seats for this car are retractable. So in case you don't have enough legroom, you can retract them iende mbele, like you can see what I'm doing right now. Inasonga mbele, and then you can enhance the legroom space, usongeshe nyuma. Yeah, so tuingie hapo nyuma tuone legroom and space, alafu tuangalie boot space, tumalize kipindi, au sio? Yes, tuko hapa nyuma. Yeah, so also the legroom for the passengers is pretty good. I believe you can see that you have a whole lot of space right here, which is pretty good for long distance travels, and it's also a brilliant car for a family. You know, you can use it to kuenda up country if you are somebody who likes traveling, or even for road trips. The legroom is sufficient for that. Also, you have an extra storage compartment upper on the driver's seat and on the co-driver's seat. Also, you have the climate control system for the rear passengers from here, so you can control uongeze joto na hii or upunguza. And this is for the fan. You can also ongeza or punguza. Very nice. Yeah, yeah. And then one last thing about the rear profile of the interior is this thing you see right here. Let me just show you this. Boom. You have your armrest right here with you, which is good. So comfort iko kwa hii gari vizuri sana. Then let us see this. You have another storage compartment here, which is a good feature for you. Yeah, so hapa unaweza weka kama ni tablet unatembeanga nayo, wewe ni mtu wa online, unaficha hapo, inakuwa mambo iko sawa. Yeah. Let me show you something unique about this BMW, an added feature that you probably never knew something about. So, in case umetoka huku ndani and you have not locked the car, you have not also raised up the windows, you can do it from your car keys. What you do, you long press the BMW logo on the keys and look at what happens. Look at that. It retracts back the side mirrors and it raises the windows. So the safety for your items inside your car is guaranteed when you're driving this German machine. Now, that amazing feature of the BMW brings us to the end of the car diary. This has been the car diary with the automobile mogul himself, Alfonse Albakwekwe. See you next Saturday, same time, same place. Adios.